Hi everyone, welcome back. I don't know why I do that every time. Hi everyone, what? Today I'm going to talk a little bit about something that, as usual, I got as a request in the comments, and that is this whole, I don't even think it's a scandal, I wouldn't even call it a scandal, it's not worthy of being called a scandal, but it's this whole thing of a Thai beauty queen calling Miss Universe Catriona Gray fat. I partially didn't even want to make this video because I've talked so much about this kind of stuff, body shaming, calling people fat who are actually quite slim. I've talked so much about it, but I had so many requests. I thought to myself, you know what, maybe this is part of my mission to talk about this kind of stuff when it comes up, because I think we should keep talking about it until it stops. And it may never stop, body shaming and all that kind of stuff, but maybe we can raise more awareness about it and just talk about it and how it actually makes people feel, and honestly what the impact is on other people that these comments aren't even directed towards. Some of the recent photos of Catriona, recent videos of her, I will put some of them up on the screen. If there are young women or just women in general who see these pictures of her and then they see that people are calling her fat, I cannot help but question, and I know some of these people question themselves, what would a young woman who maybe is struggling with her body image think if she saw a picture of Catriona and then she saw that people were calling her fat? What would that young girl think about herself? This is just really important to talk about, to raise awareness about, and that's why I keep talking about it on my Instagram and everything. These women who are Miss Universe or any title holder at all, and just women in general, someone like Miss Universe Catriona Gray, she is in a leadership position and people look up to her. Women, men, young people, people of all ages look up to her. And so when she's being criticized and talked about in a certain way, even though she's a beauty queen and people are talking about her body, it doesn't make it okay. And for some reason, I feel like people believe that because women who compete in pageants, beauty pageants, that they're somehow allowed to talk about them in a super negative way and pick apart everything about them. And I find this very confusing because even though there is a swimsuit competition and there is a certain level of external beauty that is, you know, surrounding these competitions, it still doesn't make it okay to post things like this Miss, I don't even really want to give her the attention, but I think her name is Coco Araya. She was or is Miss Grand Nakam Phantom. I don't even know like what she is, who she is, and I'm not even gonna look it up because I don't want to give her that recognition. But when people like that who have some level of influence post to their stories negative things like that, it's cyberbullying, first of all, and second, it's just so, it sets such a bad example that other people, I think I still have a tag on my shirt, other people think it's okay, and then they either add to the conversation, they add to that negativity, or they then start questioning themselves because they think, oh my god, if this Miss Thailand or whatever she is saying these things about Catriona Gray, Miss Universe, what would she say about me? She would think that I'm ugly, that I'm super overweight. I just don't think it's okay when people use their social platforms to spread negativity like that and essentially to cyberbully. And I get exposed to this stuff all the time. If you guys see some of the comments on my videos, I reply to as many as I can, and I wish I could reply to all of you who are super positive and amazing, and I love your comments, I love your support, but sometimes it gets me down when I read the comments because there's always some negative comments, and that's just what happens. That's, you know, part of YouTube, part of Instagram. You're gonna get negative people coming your way. It never makes it okay. And I actually made some notes here. What this reminded me of was Catriona Gray's farewell speech, which I talked about in a whole other video. If you guys subscribe, you've seen it. She said in her farewell speech at Binibini Pilipinas, "It was the same event that I experienced an increase in body bashing and body shaming from so many in the online community. It's easy to tell someone to have thick skin, but it hurts. There were days I really struggled reading negative comments online, and it was definitely a process, but I had to grow to accept and love my unique shape and appreciate my body for its strength and capabilities." And I thought this was so powerful and so amazing because people can tell you all the time to ignore the comments, ignore the hate, you know, be positive, love yourself for who you are, ignore the bashers, but it's hard. It is definitely hard sometimes, and it's not just those who are on social media in terms of like influencers or people who are on YouTube, YouTubers or beauty queens, we all face different insecurities. We all face maybe people criticizing us, whether it's family, friends, significant others, and we all know that we have good days and we have bad days. There are some days where nothing can get us down, we're super positive, we're working hard towards our dreams and goals, and then there are other days that one thing can set you off. One person can write a negative comment, or you can read something about somebody else. It can just make you feel like, you know, I'm not enough, I'll never be enough. And it can really send you into that spiral of feeling that anxiety or depression and being stuck in that comparison of comparing yourself to others on social media. And so I just really think it's an important thing to talk about time and time again. And I actually made a post to my Instagram last night, and I talked about how the photo that I posted, that was during a time when I was being told to take photos of myself standing on a scale to make sure that I wasn't lying about my weight. And even though I was very slim, I remember how I was so insecure. I was just questioning everything, and I was told, okay, just 5 more pounds, 5 more pounds. If you just lose a little bit more, you'll be perfect. And I remember thinking to myself, and I wrote this in the description of the photo, if I lose more, like, I'll be losing myself. And like, what more can I lose without losing myself? Anyway, I made this post. I was actually going through content, like photos and videos from my phone, to make my Miss Supranational experience video, which a lot of you requested. It's out now if you want to see it. Anyway, I was going through old pictures and stuff and came across some of these ones and was really taken back to that place of self-questioning and being so skinny and yet hating my body and being told I wasn't good enough, I wasn't skinny enough. And a few people in the comments said things like, oh, I'm tired of this body talking about when you were skinny and blah blah blah, get over it basically. And I wanted to like react and respond to them or block them or something, but I thought, you know what, there are more people who are getting a positive feeling from this post and maybe can relate to this post, so I'm gonna keep putting it out there, because I get messages and comments of people saying, thank you, just reading that description or reading that comment that you had really helped me feel better about myself today, because I was having a bad day. I want to keep talking about this stuff and sharing it because I think it's really important, and I know there's a lot of you out there who have moments where you think I'm not good enough, or you know, I'll never be good enough, I'll never be skinny enough, I'll never be happy with my body. And we have to realize that at every stage of life we're gonna have challenges in terms of how we feel about ourselves, whether it's what we look like, what we act like, how we talk, or the things that are going on in terms of school or work or relationships or family, you know, whatever it is, we're always gonna have challenges, and we need to be able to take that step back and appreciate who we are, appreciate our bodies, appreciate what they do for us, and how able we are to do things. Honestly, even the simple things like go for a walk. Some people don't have that luxury. Or to study in school, to go to work every day, to be a mom. I'm a mom, and sometimes that's super, super hard, and I have to remind myself what an amazing blessing it is. And so anyways, my point of this whole video was to not like draw attention to the actual thing of like this girl calling Catriona fat. Or so I wanted it to be kind of like a reflection on thinking about what you say online, because there's always going to be people out there who are going to say things, and I also try to remind myself that people who say those things are obviously not totally happy with themselves. And for that girl to post that about Catriona, maybe she has some of her own insecurities that she doesn't feel good enough and she feels like she needs to post that. But it's just really sad, and it's not just her, there's a lot of people that do it. If we keep talking about it in certain ways, there will be less people affected. There will be less people who will look at that and then question themselves and question their worth, their value, their own individual beauty. I think it's just a really important topic to talk about, discuss and share and everything else. That was just my little tidbit of the day, I guess, and I think Catriona is just amazing. She looks amazing, and I don't know if she's any different than she was at Miss Universe. I did not notice or have not noticed, and honestly, it doesn't matter. Who cares? She's an amazing Miss Universe. She's an amazing role model. She's an amazing speaker. I was also requested to do a reaction video to the Bottom Line interview with the Bini Pilipinas queens, and I just want to know if you guys want that video. So let me know in the comments if you want to see a reaction video to the Bottom Line with the new Miss Philippines queens. If you guys want to see it, I will do it. Anything to make you guys happy. Thanks for watching, and as always, please subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you guys next time.